Station CQ. This is a special Skywarn weather alert information net for West Central and Southwest Florida. Good evening, everyone. This is November Bravo 9 X-Ray. My name is Paul, and I'll be your net control station for this evening's special net. Before we continue, let's pause for any emergency or priority traffic. Emergency or priority traffic, please come now. This is NB9X. And no emergency or priority traffic heard, so we will now continue. This special Skywarn Weather Alert Net is being conducted here on Talk Group 1299, as well as the NI4CE analog repeater system, to keep the amateur radio community in West Central and Southwest Florida informed and alert to potential severe weather threats. This will help you be better prepared to keep you, your family, and your neighbors safe. A reminder that this is a recorded net. Interference with this net is a violation of FCC Part 97 rules governing amateur radio operations. Should it become necessary, we will forward a recording of this net to the appropriate authorities as part of any enforcement action. Anyone with any information about net interference is asked to send an email to trustee@ni4ce.org. This net will continue now with informative weather information and some training information before we conclude the net with net check-ins. As we said, this is a special net, and earlier today, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released its start of hurricane season storm predictions. Here's what NOAA and the National Hurricane Center is forecasting now for the next 6 months. With what appears to be an impending El Nino on the horizon, the 2026 hurricane season forecast is for 8 to 14 named storms. Now, of those storms, NOAA is predicting 3 to 6 will become hurricanes, and 1 to 3 of those storms will intensify to major Category 3 or stronger hurricanes. Now, these numbers are below the statistical average for the number of storms in a given season. The average number of hurricanes is 7, while the average number of major Cat 3 or stronger storms is 3. It appears the El Nino that we've been talking about for the last several weeks is about to have some significant impact on the coming hurricane season. Now, while all this points to a somewhat optimistic picture, I should say, NOAA forecasters are also cautioning everyone not to let their guard down and to be prepared for any of the storms that may develop. They noted that water temperatures right now in the Gulf of America and the northwestern Caribbean Sea are already at 80 degrees or warmer. That is considered the threshold temperature for hurricane and tropical cyclone development. This opens the door to the potential for storms that develop quickly and with little time to complete storm preparations. Now, we have seen how warm Gulf waters have caused rapid intensification of storms with storms like Hurricane Idalia, Helene, Ian, even Milton. Early season storms can bring rainfall totals that may result in major flooding. Hurricane Alice is a great example of this that brought 28 inches of rainfall to the Texas Gulf Coast several years ago and resulted in major flooding in the Galveston and greater Houston areas. This is the special Skywarn Weather Alert Net. I'm NB9X. So, with all of this in mind, here are a few steps that we can take right now to be prepared for Florida's next hurricane or tropical storm. First of all, make sure that you have at least 3 days of non-perishable food and drinking water on hand for each person in your household. Another step, have critical medications on hand and first aid supplies. Third, if you have a generator, make sure it is in good working order. Start it up, run it under the load that you would expect to run it under if this were a real power down emergency, and for an extended period of time. That will test to see if the generator is up to the task. Fourth, stock up on any tools or supplies you may need in the event of damage to your home or property. This includes everything from work gloves, a hammer, a saw, a ladder, a tarp in the event that you need to make emergency roof repairs, plastic, and tape to cover any compromised windows. And finally, make sure you have a designated safe place in your home that you can move to. That last part, very important. This is a special Hurricane WatchNet, or Hurricane Skywarn Weather Alert Net, I should say. This is NB9X. Now, since our last hurricane season ended, the emergency managers here in Florida have been refining the hurricane evacuation maps for your county. Find out now if the hurricane evacuation status in your neighborhood has changed by looking up the hurricane evacuation map in your county. Bring up your browser and search for hurricane evacuation maps for the county that you live in. This is particularly important if you live in a low-lying area, in an area that may be 3 miles or less from the beach, or, and this is pretty important, if you are a new resident of Florida and have never been through a hurricane. Now, if you will need to evacuate, good idea to have a go bag packed with the essentials that you will need to move to a public shelter or some other location on short notice. This includes everything from medications to food to clothing. So make sure you have that go bag ready. We also live in an electrified, battery-operated device world. Things like cell phones, tablets, medical monitors, well, even our ham radios, and many more items all run on batteries. Make sure that you keep your batteries charged, and make sure that you have a charging device for all your critical batteries. Now, if you can operate any of your devices with non-rechargeable batteries, the Ever-Readies and what have you that you can buy in the store, now's a great time to stock up on those batteries that you'll need. Now, since last August, many of the hurricane prep items that we've just mentioned are permanently tax-free. This includes those disposable batteries, portable generators, insect repellent, never can have enough of that, sunscreen, waterproof tarps, and gasoline and diesel fuel storage cans up to 5 gallons in size. By the way, smoke detectors and carbon monoxide sensors are also sales tax free, and they can help save your life year-round. This is a special Skywarn Weather Alert Hurricane Forecast Net. I'm NB9X. Now, we mentioned training. Well, NOAA is offering a series of online 1-hour hurricane preparation workshops the week of July 27th through the 30th. These workshops will go on into much greater detail and provide you with the information that you need when hurricane threatens our area, and so you can be prepared for it. Now, to sign up now, open your web browser, go to our local National Weather Service Ruskin website. That's weather.gov/TBW. That's Tango Bravo Whiskey. Click on the link at the top of the webpage for the hurricane preparation workshops that will be conducted July 27th through the 30th. Those workshops, by the way, will be presented 4 times each day at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. So they'll make it really convenient for you. Again, the official NOAA hurricane prediction for 2026, 8 to 14 named storms. 3 to 6 of those storms are expected to become hurricanes, and 1 to 3 of those storms are forecast to become major hurricanes. When these storms form and threaten our area, we will also have the latest information on them for you here on NI4CE Analog, as well as NXDN Talk Group 1299. So when the weather threatens, be right here. We will have the latest information for you. This is the Skywarn Weather Alert Information Net. I'm NB9X. And now let's proceed with check-ins for